So guys, this is the cards that I am grading from the least expensive raw to the most expensive. I'll have a tally, or I'll have something on the screen to show you guys the raw market price, the price I got it for, and I guess the profit on that. And then I'll also show you the prices for the grades themselves, and then so PSA 10, 9, 8, and then I will show you guys any relevant grades. So for example, if I think one's going to be a PSA 6, I'll put grade 6, the pricing of the grading itself. I'll put down all of that information in the video. This is my first time grading. I'm going with a reliable company. I know a lot of people have gone with this company for their grading. And so if you're Australian based, definitely go hit up Slabbed for your submissions. Would be doing it myself because it's a lot. It is cheaper doing it yourself. But if you don't have the tools, or don't, if you want to just be safe, definitely go with a company such as Slabbed. The most important thing before we get into the video is the grading fee. I'm going to be doing the profit and loss on the cards. The most important thing to consider as well is the grading fee when it comes to profit and loss. So the main thing to think about is, how can I grade my cards for the cheapest price? The main thing is figuring out how much the cards are worth, and then figuring out how many of those cards you have. I know for a fact that I've got 18 cards that are falling under this declared value of 199 USD. So I'm going to be basically spending $38.95 on 18 cards, and then one of the cards is falling under the value amount, which is $47.95 per card. And the reason why is because it is too expensive to be 199 USD, but it's falling under the 499 USD value. So as you can see, I'm going to be spending $47.95 on one of the cards. And the key thing to also think about is the card minimum. Because I only have one card, this one doesn't have a limit on the card value. This one here, you need 15 cards. So because I have 18 that are falling under the $38.95, let's just chuck those numbers in. 701 AUD to grade 18 cards. And then let's look at the value as well. We have one card that is in the value category. So let's add that up as well. So $47.95. $749.05. That's how much I'm spending on grading for these 19 cards. Let's just divide that into 19. So I'm spending roughly $39.42 per card. So we have here the whole entire stack of cards. I'm sending in 19 cards. First one is going to be Lugia V from Silver Tempest. Picked up at a card show for $10. It was a very clean card. Maybe one issue on the top left, I think. I think it's pretty clean for the card, and it's got for $10. I was very happy with it. Everyone's after Lugia cards, especially from Silver Tempest. That Lugia set is mental. It's now going for $17.20 raw, so $7.20 profit on that. But the centering's pretty good. Edges on the front are a bit hay-going, but look, there we go. I'm hoping for a 10 on this. If I don't get a 10, that's fine. I'll hold it as a personal collection thing. With the Lugia V, we can be looking at upwards of 297 AUD on that card if it's a PSA 10. A 9 is $50, and then 8 is $22. So I got it at one of my first Pokemon Expos, so I really enjoy it. Next, we've got Arceus. So from the movie promo, it's a stamped promo. It's very clean. And so I really think it would do pretty well. I got it for $15.63. So and converted into yen, I think that's got it for 1,500 yen. It's currently valued at $27. So I saw it. That's why I got it. It was already like a big profit, I think, on it. But I do love my Arceus cards, and I do love that era Diamond Pearl. This one's 2009. I love the 2009 and 10 cards. Very nostalgic era for me. And for this card here, PSA 10 isn't too, even though it's 2009, the PSA 10 value is only $159 AUD. It's just not a crazy heavy hitter. Grade 9, there's nothing actually available. On grade 8, there's $61, and this is all on price charting. So yeah, so I made profit on it for like $15. And by the way, so all this will add up and I will have a net profit or loss. Next card I got from my book off in Japan is Glaceon
V-Star, very sick card. I ended up picking it up, I believe, for $32. I think $32 it's on the discount section. But I did inspect a lot of cards, and this one seemed to be the best in the discount section. And for, I guess, the type of card is Glaceon, it's really sick. So hoping it gets a 10. It's currently at market for $40, and PSA 10 for it is $100 pretty much, so $97.86. A 9's $54 and then 8's $45. And in the future this card will do very well. It's a sick art style. I don't see any really issues. Maybe like a small little edge, some edge stuff on the top right there. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, it's like a little. I'm thinking so far, all these cards I'm hoping for a 10 obviously. A lot of them will just won't get it because of the whitening. But these cards generally don't have anything wrong on their back. Other than if I didn't pick up anything on the front and there's like a scratch or something, it will mark down the grade. I think all these three so far will be a 10. That's my prediction so far. Next card, Mewtwo. I picked up this card in a trade deal. There's a few cards that I picked up, and the total value of everything was like $700, and I got 4 cards. I think the remaining amount came out to around about $37.50 for each card. So I theoretically got this card for $37.50. Actually, raw, $48 at the moment. PSA 10 is 1.6k, so $1,681. It will not get that. The main issues are. Oh, actually, yes, a bit of like. I don't know if you can see. Centering's a bit off on the right, a bit more right heavy. Some whitening around the edges. Very faint, but still could knock down the value. And obviously if there's some issues that I didn't see on inspection, that could take down the value as well. So I'm thinking it could be I'm hoping for a 9, it could be an 8, and so a 9 is $238 or an 8's $125. So yeah, it's a really sick card though. I love the shape, so you can't really see it when you're staring at it, but in the reflection you can see all these like circles. This pattern there, it's really cool. Next card, I actually got in a pack when I was in Japan. I ended up packing this card when it came out, so it's really cool. Mega Kangaskhan. I picked it up for basically the price of the pack, so it was like 180 yen, so pretty much $2, I'm gonna say. Ungraded is $57, and PSA 10 is $215, which is pretty mental. So ungraded, pretty much $60, PSA 10, $215. Really cool artwork, and it is very clean. There is genuinely, I don't think there's any issues with it. Japan, the quality is a lot better than English. Just overall look at it as well, like the shiny is really cool. PSA 9 is $57.92, so basically market value of the raw, and there's no 8s or 7s at the moment. So it's looking like I could get a 10, but if not, that's okay. Now I'm gonna do these two cards together. I'm sending in these two. Makes up one beautiful card. 2010 Heart Gold Soul Silver Ho-Oh Legend, the top and the bottom. I ended up picking these up for $170. A bloke was trying to sell this set for $200, but I ended up taking him down to $170 for both, so that comes out to $85 I spent. Now the market value for both of them is roughly $61 to $65, but that's obviously including all the really poor quality ones that people were just selling on there. These, however, you can see some whitening on the top there. There is whitening. It's not going to get a 10. It's not going to get a 9. So I don't even know what that is. Look at that there, boom, yeah. It might not even get an 8. We'll see how it goes. It's more of a personal collection, nostalgia piece for me. Really cool. I love it. The English Ho-Oh Legend. I prefer Lugia, obviously. Lugia's my main. I had Soul Silver as a kid. My brother had Heart Gold, so this is more of his stuff. But either way, I love the Legend cards. Very nostalgic for it. So PSA 10 for the bottom is $840, and then for the top, $940. So for the top one, $940. The bottom, $840. The top PSA 9 is $230. So $230. PSA 9 on the bottom, $190. So there's a bit of a difference in the pricing. Let's look at the price. PSA 8 will be $160. Even if it gets a 7, $100. We'll see how that goes. But I think at most an 8 on these cards, just because of the whitening. Centering's okay. Surface is pretty good as well, I think. Pretty clean overall. I think they'll do pretty alright. So an 8 for some 2010 cards, I would not mind. Now, same thing here. I ended up packing this trainer. I didn't expect it to be this good. Lily's Determination. So from the Mega Brave set, Japanese. Obviously, Japanese trainers, like girls, do a lot better compared to the English version. I ended up packing this card in one of the packs I got again for 180 yen. And the value of the card is $70. And the value of it is $70, this card. So I got this card technically so far $68 profit. PSA 10 on this card, if it gets PSA 10, is $566. So this is a pretty big heavy hitter, even though it's not that much, it's only $70. And then 9 is 114, and PSA 8 is 88. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully this is a 10. I think it's a 10. It's pretty clean, nothing really wrong with it. But the cards are getting higher in value, so now Leafeon, here we go. So got this card for $70. I think a more expensive price. I got it in, I believe it was, so I got it in Kyoto. The value is $76. I ended up picking up for $70. At the time it was like $63, so I did make a loss, but now it's gone up. I'm up $6, sorry, but it's up $13 from the value it was when I got it, even though I overpaid a bit. I overpaid a bit on this card, so. But PSA 10, $162. PSA 9, $76, and then an 8, $53. So I think it's going to get probably a 10. I did look through like 5 of these cards. This one was the best one. There was nothing wrong with it. Centering was good. Borders and, surface was good. I did look through a lot of cards as well. I ended up picking up a few 9 tails that I think were PSA 10 worthy, but I'm not going to do them this grading because I'm spending a lot of money on these cards that I've picked to get graded. I think it's going to be at over $700. Now, next, Espeon EX. Now, I ended up picking up this card for a pretty good price. I'm in Richmond Starbucks now, banging matcha. Use mental bars. Basically, what I got from Haru. A very clean SAR for $50. I did put all of these cards into my collection on my price charting app straight away as soon as I picked them up, and it says here $43, so I did get a pretty good price on it. I got it in the clearance section, obviously. As you can see, no whitening on the edges at all. Centering's good, surface looks good, edges look pretty good, so I'm gonna say PSA 10 on this card, to be honest. And so I picked up $43, and PSA 10 is $184 on this card. I hope it does get that. PSA 9 though, $87 or $88. Then grade 8 is $70. So I'm hoping to get a 10. If it gets less, it's basically going to be market value, but I'll obviously be at a loss because I've spent money on the grading, and obviously I don't care about that. I don't really care about making a loss on these cards. These are generally cards that this is my first time ever grading. I don't care what the outcome is. Next, Origin Form Dialga V-Star. I ended up picking this card up for $55. Currently it's sitting at 82. All of these cards are on clearance. You have the yellow sticker, which means they're discounted. They're not clearance, they're just discounted because of either some issues or they haven't checked it, or they just think there's something wrong with it. There's a lot of times where it's actually the cards are a lot better quality than they think. A few of these are some of those ones. PSA 10, $160. So if this does well, look at that, like, listen. PSA 9, 68, and then PSA 8, 31. So obviously, if it doesn't get a 10, I'll be stiffed at the end of the day. It doesn't matter. We'll see how these cards go. I'm just excited to send them in, and even I'm not expecting a 10 on a lot of these cards because a lot of them are more nostalgia cards that I've got picked up. But yeah, these ones, some of these are clean. I picked them out, so I'm hoping that they get 10. If they get 9, I'm happy still. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Like, look how many, this card's a 9, that card's a 9. I don't really care about getting one grade less and getting the same card for cheaper. You know what I mean? It's still a slab card. It's really cool. So the next card is power kit these things, so I got this for the same price. So I'm pretty sure I did this for a bundle deal for $110 for both of these cards. I ended up picking up this card for $55. At the moment, market is $88 raw. So PSA 10 is 170, PSA 9 is 93, and then PSA 8 is 55. This card, very sick. These newer cards, like the more newer cards, I guess, this is not a newer card. In comparison to a 2010 card, this is newer. Newer cards, obviously, because they're still going through their phase of being printed or just finished printing. Their value is still pretty low compared to what they'll probably be in like 10 years, I think. I saw these two cards and I thought they were pretty good condition, so I bought them straight away. So yeah, very happy with that. Next card is Hilda. I ended up getting this as a gift from my brother, so shout out to him. So I got it for basically free. He doesn't collect trainers, which is the main thing, but as you can see, lots of cool Pokemon. So market's at 91, so I got it for free. So it's basically $91, which is mental. PSA 10 though, $393, which is crazy. Trainers with Pokemon in the card usually do pretty well, I would say. Grade 9 is $100 and then grade 8's $80. So ungraded singles do a lot better than PSA 9, which is very weird. Now it's like you have to get a 10, otherwise you've lost money. Now this card I got from my second card show ever, and I ended up picking it up for 150. At the moment market is at 105. That's just calculated everything though, but good condition ones. Ultra rare near min is going for 187. I'd say this one is not. I'd say this one's almost a lightly played, as you can see. 1, 2, 3, 4 for like the whole upper edge. Corners have got whitening, so the condition isn't perfect. So it's not, I'd say it's like the value for this would be 150, paid for the right price, maybe charged a little bit. So grade 10 is 3.9k, like $4,000, and grade 9 600, and then grade 8's 320, and grade 7, which is what I think it could get, $295. That's still pretty good. So grade 7 for a 2011 card, pretty good. This card, this is the next Mewtwo I got, which is a part of the 2-card trade. So this one was, I technically got for $37.50, but the value on this card is $125 raw, which is crazy. It was a few months ago when I got it, so it was $60 when I got it. Now it's at $125, so it's like double its value. PSA 10, 3.7k. PSA 9 is 542. PSA 8 is 268, and then PSA 7 is 183. Now, what do I think it will be? There's a bit of whining on the edges. It's pretty clean though. I'd say maybe 8 or a 7. So 183 to $268. I think I'll get on this. Now, I got this card in Hiroshima when I went there. I went to a few stores, and this one was the only one that I saw which I liked in Hiroshima, and I had to carry it all the way back. In a case, I was making sure it didn't get bent or damaged or anything. And if you want to see a video on me talking about how I picked up cards in Japan and you know where I went and stuff, let me know in the comments. I ended up picking this card for $120. At the moment, it's at $162. I've made $42 just off this card from doing nothing, from me just finding a good deal on it. It was a yellow sticker. It was in the yellow sticker section. Nothing wrong with it. I legit spent 15 minutes on this. If I missed something, it would probably be on here. There's lots of graphics, so you can probably miss maybe some scratches, but this card is in very good condition. So, but yeah, PSA 10, 286, and as you can see, I have one here as well, Bosch. But yeah, this one, I want to grade for myself. This one I got off someone recently, 286. PSA 10, I think it will get that, but PSA 9 is 166, and PSA 8 is 137. Now we've got 3 heavy hitters here. My last 3 cards. Promo card. It's a very cool card. Very, very sick card. I got it for $194. For the condition, it is practically, other than a few little nicks on the side here, a few small little white things centering slightly lefty, I think the condition is very, very good for a promo card in 2013 promo cards now do not hold up that well. And you don't see many good raw cards laying around like this that are promos from that long ago. This PSA 10, when PSA 10 goes for 14k, it will not get that. It would be cool to think that it will get that. I wish it did, but it won't because of the whitening and the centering a bit. Grade 9, $687. Grade 8, $411. Then grade 7, $358. So regardless, even a grade 6, $152. I'm hoping for a grade 8. It's a very clean card. I love this card, so it'd be cool to have in my personal collection. But yeah, so $411, grade 8 I'm hoping for. I packed this card. If you guys know my channel, I did pack this Lapis EX. As you know, this card is one of the chase cards, one of the 3 main chase cards in Searching Sparks. I am completing my Masters set. I've only got like 20 something cards left to get. I ended up getting in a pack, so I'm just gonna say I got it for $0, or the cost of the pack. The PSA 10 of this is $1,000. Opened up 6 booster boxes worth of Searching Sparks, so I'm definitely at a loss there. But I did enjoy opening packs, and I've learned my lesson to not open 6 booster boxes worth next time. I'll just do it for the Master set. And I just loved it. I loved the grind. Got most of the cards I needed. Got the main 3 or 4 chase cards, so I'm happy with that. Grade 9 is going to be $290. Grade 8, $239. The one issue with this card, as you can see, look at the width or the thickness of that blue against this one. This one's way heavy, left to right heavy, and then bottom's heavy. It's like very left and bottom heavy. So it will not get a 10. It is perfect condition, very clean card though, like nothing wrong with it other than the centering. So unless they forgive the card in that sense, I'll probably just get a 9 or an 8. Now my last card, this is the biggest, the heavy hitter. This is the heavy hitter, this is what you've all been waiting for. It is the Gold Star Reggie Ice with the swell. I ended up picking up this card for $469 AUD. Why did you spend that much on a card in Japan? Because I found it in Japan, found it in one of the shops. If you want to see a video on where I found this in the shop, I do definitely recommend the shop. I'm not going to say it unless you want me to in another video. The value of it is $550, so I've literally, it's $100 difference price for all. Now the only complaint, the only thing that will drop the card down in value, which I know it will drop the card down in value, what do you think that shadow indicates? There's a bit of a dent in the card. And now overall, there's like a small little thing here. Overall, the card has some whitening, some edge, you know, stuff going on. The main thing though is a little dent in the card there. Now I know for a fact that will drop the card down in value, but here are the prices for the card itself. PSA 10, 2.2k. Sorry about the audio quality change, the mic has died. But yeah, grade 9, 1.2k. Grade 8, 478. Grade 7 is at $600. So the prices can be tricky because they don't get sold very often. It's low pop count. So the price has definitely gone up since then. 2 and a bit years since the last grade 8 sale. So I think grade 8 will be probably around about the 900 mark to 1,000 mark. Anyway guys, so yeah, that was it. That's the collection. That's what I'm submitting. So just to go through: Reggie Ice, Latias, Giratina, Sylveon, Mewtwo, Zekrom, Hilda, Palkia, Dialga, Espeon, Leafeon, Lily's Determination, Ho-Oh top and bottom, Mega Kangaskhan, Mewtwo EX, Glaceon, Arceus, and Lugia V. Now, that's it. I'm going to send them in for grading.